You run for president, this image pops up, and they're like, he is one of the guys.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say.
He worked at GameStop for 12 years.
Dishonorably discharged. There are many topics and concepts we are all familiar with, but aren't necessarily sure how they work. Each week I present a guest with a surprise topic and ask them to try their best to explain it. This is Explaining Things. Welcome back to another episode of Explaining Things. As always, I have a guest comic with me who is unprepared for the topic I'm about to give him. Today, my guest is Alan Fitzgerald. How does one become president?
Wow.
You're 35 years old. You are now officially eligible to run for president.
Oh, wow.
And I think we've established you no longer have to be, a decorated general or a senator for 40 years before you run.
No. I would still like to go the old classic way, though, because I'm a traditionalist.
Of course.
So it's 18 years old, you're in a frat, you and your friends have to fuck each other in the ass in a bin of mud. So you're like, oh, I'll tell everyone, like, if you fuck me over, I'll tell them you're gay. And they're like, oh, you fuck me over, I'll tell them you're gay. So
And then you have this kind of bond thing.
It's a little bond, but it's also blackmailish. Like, I'll blow this whole thing up.
They've got dirt on you, you've got dirt on them.
Mm-hmm. And this is so the biggest corporations, of course, can just release that dirt on you at any time.
Are we past the days of, like, when a person says to, like, their kid, like, you could be president someday? Do parents still say that to their kids?
I think we're past the time where we're like, you could be president. Like, we want you to be president someday.
That's what I'm saying.
And no one wants that for their kids.
Now it's almost a bad thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's
half the country's going to fucking hate you if you're president.
Plus, I mean, if you think about shit, it is a bad thing anyway, because you're an ego fucking maniac.
Yes.
Okay? Like, there's no good, selfless person.
Narcissist to psychopath.
If you have a 13-year-old son and he's like, I want to be president, that kid sucks. He has no imagination.
Nerd.
He's a fucking nerd. He's probably selfish.
Yeah.
I always hated class president.
Complete tool bag. I remember when they used to hand out the elections, like clockwork, every single time when it came to girls, some guy would just go, yeah, let's just vote for the hot one.
I think that happens with elections now.
A little bit. Kamala Harris is not bad looking.
She does something for me.
I'd let her put me in jail for unjust cause, if you know what I'm saying.
You have to think that you are the person that can make a difference in the world.
Yes.
Which is a level of insanity.
Most people are in between Obama and Hitler.
When one of these guys or girls is on a campaign, they are pretending to care about people. Because when you go to a diner, you have $500 million and you're in a diner with truckers and you kiss a baby.
Yeah.
Like, that's a certain amount of shamelessness. Put a gun to your head and, like, you have to run for president and you have to do it as well as you can do it. Skeletons in your past, and they're gonna bring up drinking.
Drinking.
Oh my God! Well, didn't they do
this? Guy used to enjoy a cocktail, but he stopped.
Yeah, at 10 a.m. But how do you even go about it at this point? Obviously, money is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Do you have money? Can you get funded?
First thing first is you make a call to Joe Rogan. You're like, hey, comedian to comedian, I'm running for... Hello? The only way to get my word out there is to go from low-level comedy podcast to low-level comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
And then hope it grows. You have to be completely cutthroat. You have to be completely shameless.
And you know what? It probably helps if you can cry on command.
If you can go to, like, a funeral for someone, like a general died, and you can cry at it, muster some tears even if you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Okay, let's say you have enough fame, there's a little grassroots effort going. Now you need funding, which means you're taking it from Chase Bank. You're taking it from lobbyists. So now you're beholden to certain group.
Bernie Sanders proves you can't do it. You can't do it without the banks behind you. Corporate Democrats. Yum a dum dum.
Nothing gets a pussy wetter
than a corporate Democrat. Hey, baby. I listen to rock and roll, but I still put money in the bank.
But that's what people want to hear. They want their belly rubbed. You don't even do what you run on.
Oh, God, no. You don't give a shit about anything.
No, you just say what you need to get. It's like getting laid. It's like you say whatever lie you need to in that bar to make it happen, and then the second it's over, you're you again. You're not really a paleontologist?
Yeah. Oh, she might go looking for me? Okay, well, she's going to find an astronaut named Larry Thompson.
Unless you're already a billionaire like Trump or something, I think you're already dead in the water unless you start your quest at 15.
Step one, become a billionaire. Before you win the main election, right?
Yeah.
You have to win a primary. So that means primaries are just who can rev up the bass more? Who can go further
to
the fucking far end of the
Yes.
wing nuts?
But then you have to have the talent to then pivot back and say, I didn't mean the shit that I was saying over there.
Yeah.
Because now you're going up against, a Republican or a Democrat in a general election. And then they'll be like, flip-flopper. And you're like, no, I've evolved since April.
Can't a man change in 2 months?
Yeah.
I think the really good ones, though, can walk that line.
If you look at this as just like a fantasy draft of presidential candidates, like Obama has to be like the top prospect of, regardless of his politics, just like, okay, this guy has the tools to get into office.
You know what else helps? If you're running against Hillary Clinton. If you can somehow run against Hillary Clinton, you're guaranteed the presidency of the United States.
And that's my exactly like Hillary was so qualified based on like years of service. Not that I believe anyone, but I don't believe a word she's saying.
No, I think she actually might have had people killed. When I hear her say y'all in Tennessee, and then tell black people she has hot sauce in her purse on Jammin' 94.5, I go, my goodness, I can't believe it.
I do respect a certain full of shitness to even utter that sentence. I carry hot sauce in my purse, says the 69-year-old rich white woman.
I also keep a Tech 9.
Hillary in a do-rag.
Gold tooth, smoking a blunt. Hillary Clinton, seen here campaigning in a Popeye's chicken parking lot.
I'm one of you.
What's up, 2 Chainz?
Howdy, jeez.
It's how low she thinks of you if you think, oh, yeah, this is perfectly...
Exactly.
Like, well, you really think I'm stupid.
You really think more. But it's just like, if you can't bullshit a moron like me, you can't bullshit Putin.
No. What's up, Putin? I keep vodka and hunger in my purse.
Exactly.
Oh, and strength. Things have changed. Just 50 years ago, it was hard for a Catholic to become president. Now.
And now we have Mormons, at the top of the food chain, and like a Mormon almost got in.
Mormons! Fucking Mormons!
So basically, be rich, be charismatic, pretend that you fucking like people.
You ever seen Gavin Newsom? Just be Gavin Newsom with just an ounce of believability.
Exactly.
He's got everything going for him except for the fact that he doesn't give a shit.
He's kind of male Hillary.
Nothing says you're practicing being a politician than talking like this. We are going to move this forward.
I believe in freedom.
Diversity and pills for grandma.
Buzzword.
Bigger football helmets.
He's got my vote. All right, I think that's as good as we're going to do. Alan Fitzgerald. Until next time.
Follow me on Twitter at Fuck City USA.
Follow Fuck City USA. Until next time.